it's me, Juan. And today we're gonna review some of my custom Lego MOCs. So who do we have up first? Okay, we got one of my more recent ones. Pretty sure this guy's named Rusty. So I made him recently, and I first built him in a bricks and minifigs. And he's a pretty big guy. Big guy. Here he is up close. And his head's posable and everything else. Except for his waist, because I gave him too much bulk and I couldn't do his damn waist articulation, so I didn't feel like doing it. He's like a brute character. He's like supposed to dominate his foes with this claw, or use this thing, this abomination of a weapon. It's lightsaber, drill, saw, and blade. And he's like supposed to do that multiple times. I also added like an exhaust pipe with like flags on it. Here's a close look of that. And I also added this part right here. There's like a crystal right here, and several parts that make them work. And there's this part right here on his like shoulder. Let me get a close to camera right here, where like the other crystal is. And let's take a closer look at his face. So as you can see, I used one of these Lego mechs. One of these Lego mechs for his face. And with one of these things, but I also kind of committed a illegal building technique, but I don't fucking care. And I built his torso with, like, the main frame of his torso is like this piece on the back right here. And then the rest of it is just clipped on with like 10 neck pins. And I also have this thing on the back right here. It's basically just for decoration, the same with this thing right here. I got the pieces for like specifically the Bionicle pieces from like a bricks and minifigs. He did not exactly look like this when I first like built him in the bricks and minifigs. He looked completely different. I will take him apart eventually and try to show that old version of him. But for now, we're not doing that. And the next model we have is Scraps. Where's our other faces at? Hold on. Hold on, let me pause the video before the like, video is already like 30 minutes. I found like 3 of her face plates. Sadly not her main like a default face plate, but got her other face. Oh my. Anyways, so like Scraps right here. I first built her first before like Rusty. I also built her in the bricks and minifigs as well, but she did not look like this at all. And she was mainly more of an experimental figure because like I was trying to nail down anatomy. I based her off of like another guy's model. So her fingers, they're like made out of this piece right here. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, we're back again. I fixed her freaking fingers. As you can see, let me. Okay, I got her hand off. Her entire freaking hand. Here's her hand design. So I built this off of like a video I saw of like Bionicle hand designs. Although the connection is kind of weak right here, but I don't really care. She's able to do multiple things with her pulsable fucking fingers. Continuing on to the arms. Okay, I don't feel like tearing it off. So like the arms look like this. Just realized they look kind of like gauntlets. Or like, I forgot what this part of the body is called. Her arm right here looks kind of like gauntlets. And then her upper arm right here is like built with this like piece. I didn't think it would be that useful, but it makes her way more fucking posable, which I really like. And her arm also looks kind of like a gauntlet. I already said that. Anyways, moving down to the torso area. Her torso specifically is like, I'm kind of angry in my hands. Okay. Just keep it without a face for now. I don't like that other one. So her torso is built completely different. Let me just like take her apart for a second. Took her apart. Here's her torso. As you can see, it's built like this. These like little ball and socket things for her arms, and where she connects, where this is where like the hips connect. And this is like the front of her torso. There's like this power crystal here. It's like her heart, like brain heart thing, heart. And I connected it on with these Technic pins, and the main tile itself is connected on with these things. So, and then the back. Her neck joint is connected onto here. And then it's connected onto that. And then her head itself is pretty simple. I use these pieces right here. Put sticky tack to like put on her alternate faces. And this piece again, I forgot what it's called to me. And then the ball here is like the little things that they have for like modern Lego joints. Anyways, let me reassemble her real quick. Now we move on to the legs. This is just only one of the legs. So let's see how they build. So this piece right here is obviously just like one of these pieces connected, like specifically this piece if you want to build her yourself. And connected onto that, and then this piece right here is like a kneecap connected with like a Technic pin right there. And then there's a little like turning Technic things which connect to that, which makes it stable and not floppy. And it's connected onto one of these foots. Although her design, it's like she has like two different feet, so like, because her name is Scraps. She's made of scraps. And then the hip design. I mean, the hips are built like this. So, I'll show you how to make it. The only reason why these pieces are here is with like, make it look more real. Anyways, this is like the front of the hips. It's only just to bulk it up because, I don't know, anatomy. I'm actually gonna have to cut that out. But the main hip area is made out of this piece right here, this one, and the little joints right here connect this piece onto it, and then these click on. And this right here is obviously connected to a Technic pin. And this is just the final product. Moving on. Far one of my coolest creations is the Heavy Annihilator. Let me just get him out real quick. Here he is, boys. Ladies and gents, this is the Heavy Annihilator. Like, I made like a version 1 of him, like a V1. But I kind of got rid of that, disassembled that version to make this version, which is a lot more better. Of course, he looks like fucking Titan Drill Man. That can get really annoying sometimes. I just wanted him to have like a drill head for his design. Because he's not freaking Titan Drill Man. I hate getting freaking stuff about Titan Drill Man. Anyways, there's like this little compartment here. So like putting crystal in there. But I decided to ignore that. Anyway, his arms are like really posable. They don't bend all the way back though, and they're like really heavy. So like it eventually floops down. So like it's impossible to even animate with this guy and fucking pose him as well. It's like really hard to pose with him. And also this thing shoots out of the play feature. He's meant to grab his foes. Mainly all the design is like meant to like represent his lore. Basically he's just a fucking Omnidroid but better. Moving on. Already bagged this guy. Let me go grab my sticky tack. I got my sticky tack. I hope you'll be clicked off at this part. Okay, now get the box open. Get him out of there. I bagged him specifically because, well, he's fragile. Basically, all the figures in here are fragiles, which is why I put him in the bags. Anyways, let's review Strong Arm here. Let me put on one of his fingers. So, the reason why he's like all multicolored and shit is because I had like a limited amount of pieces. But hey, he's still kind of cool though. Anyways, let me get him into a pose or something. I'm pretty sure you can easily just do this design, except for the like chest, because like it's a very specific bionicle piece. I don't know where it comes from. I just had it randomly in my bins, so I made him out of it because I wanted to use this torso piece for something. I think he turned out pretty great. He's like supposed to have something covering this thigh right here on his other leg, but if he fell one time, I couldn't find the pieces. I couldn't repair it. Couldn't find the pieces. Moving on. Shoved 4 guys into this bag, so let's take out one of them and review them. Looks like the first one we got is Coordinates. I don't really like her. I just created it because I needed some lore for another character. Although I think she turned out really great. I kind of made it ironic that she doesn't have a hand because at the time I didn't have enough pieces to make this, but then when I got enough pieces, she was already too iconic for not having in arms, but I already gave her one, but I decided to make it out of a freaking T13 thigh and pipe cleaner. She didn't turn out too bad though. Its core right here is like supposed to like shoot at a beam of power. And then her legs are just some random shit for design choice. It's a design choice. Moving on. Big Johnnies. They may say, oh, it's just one guy. No. It's 3 guys. Let me just grab his 3rd head. Okay, we got all of them. So I made this guy with 3 joints right here because I wanted him to be extra posable for no damn reason. He was the first figure I made out of these brown bricks. I actually gave a consistent design with this guy. Here's just like one of his claw things. And then this is the plasma cannon that I spent a lot of time designing. It ain't too bad, and this like pipe right here is supposed to connect on this guy's neck. It's supposed to harvest energy from the core, and then go right here and shoot it out of the plasma cannon, and which is why all their eyes are red because of the core as well. Moving on. Finally, we got our main character, Aria. I lost her face, so I had to make a new one. I don't know if the big eye was yellow and the small eye was red. I don't know. But here she is. So I made her out of the limited pieces I had, and it came out with like a consistent design as well. And she still retains some of the OG pieces, like her legs were down here, and her hips, body, and weird gauntlet right here. But the rest of her joints were replaced because they were breaking. And I replaced them with these stronger black joints. In like my older videos on my YouTube channel, she appeared like a lot more better with gray joints. But hey, she's cool. And I made this thing right here be able to swap out and stuff, but I kind of lost a couple of the other things that were meant to swap out with this piece right here. So moving on, we got one of my favorite creations as well. Where's her faceplate at? Okay, here is Furnace. Fern X, not Fern S. I don't know why, but she kind of looks like my mother. Anyways, I have no idea what to say about this character. Besides, they have like a cannon core right here, and I made their armor out of cardboard, and she actually had these like flaps right here on her like hips to match with the armor, but it broke as well. I also glued her, like, the thing right here that connects the hips to, like, the torso, the waist area to the hips, because they freaking broke. And she can also shoot fire out of her claw things. Fire. Oh. This last character in this bag. Norman. No, wait, that's not his name. Marvin. Yeah, Marvin. I think it was Marvin. Nah, it was Marvin. Okay, anyways, this guy did not actually look like this. He was a lot more bigger. But I had to change his design, mainly because I wanted him to fit in his mech. And he was also breaking because he was originally made out of purple pipe cleaners. And surprisingly, he doesn't match with the other Lego. The reason why I still consider him a Lego mock is because he has studs, so I can just animate with him. And this video is like already 18 minutes long, so bye!